welcome back to RaBBois. My name is Tzvi, and I'm already messed it up. I'm Tzvi, joined here with my brother Yitz.
Whoa.
It's actually crazy how this suit was underneath your sweater this entire time.
The entire time.
The
And
entire
the tie.
time. And the tie. It hit under there perfectly. It's like you know in Harry Potter when they go in the tent and it's something like much bigger, like somehow all of this massive suits, I'm not calling you massive, all that massive suits was stuffed inside of that little sweater. And that's magical.
It's like I'm like a Pokemon. Like when I evolved, like the layer came off.
No.
What?
In Pokemon,
Okay, they grow or whatever.
in Pokemon, they just start shining a color, and then they slowly like shift into another thing, which kind of sucks because sometimes it's really cool, but other time it's like they're this goddish looking thing, and then they transform into like a rock.
Yeah.
Because like their second phase is like some like shell type of being.
Yeah.
Poor little things.
I'm in Pokemon.
I don't have anything to say on top of my head. What do you have to say?
Well, yeah. So I became an official lawyer
Congratulations.
this past week.
Yes.
So now I wear a suit and tie always when I sleep, when I wake up,
When we wake up.
when I shower.
Mm-hmm.
So, gotta represent.
That's amazing, Gitz. I'm very
Thank you.
proud of you.
I appreciate
that you
it.
did that. It's
Did
good.
you come to my ceremony?
So I woke up randomly at a regular time of the day, and I look at my phone, and
The ceremony's at 10:30.
there's a picture of my brother, and he's getting the what did they give to you?
It's just a certificate saying that I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, like a participation trophy.
Yeah.
Like you're a lawyer now.
The real thing is you sign up afterwards,
It's
but they just give you like a...
It was the swearing-in ceremony.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
just-
fine, yeah.
It was a swearing-in ceremony.
Which you have to do.
Because you already passed the bar, now you just has to get sworn in or whatever the heck, which we did talk about last week, but now you actually did it.
I didn't actually talk about the bar, which I actually want to talk about.
We can talk about it in a second. And they completely botched your name. They called you like
They
Yitch.
did not.
Yitchcock or something like that.
They did not botch it. I was going to just write Yitz on it,
Yeah.
but they don't understand the TZ. Like you,
Which makes no sense,
They're
because pretzel is a word. You
Yeah,
can say pretzel.
it's like Yitz.
Yitch, blah, blah, blah.
It's like, no, it's... tz.
No, they can't understand that. They can't pronounce tzvi. It just doesn't make sense. It's a
I should
combination
have
of four
gone on
random
there.
letters.
I should have gone up on stage and...
Stole the mic. Hey, you listen here. You know, this is my name. This is my moment.
Not even that. They would have been like, yeah. I'd be like pretzel.
Like pretzel. you like, well, actually, see, the TC is like, it's like pretzel.
like everyone's waiting.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So you got sworn in, and you took the bar a week before. What?
Sorry.
Am I getting notifications?
Wait. Yeah. No. Now it's the
Oh.
volume was on. Sorry.
You just ruined everything. This flow was perfect. Well, okay, so what happened at the bar that you really wanted to explain?
Well, I just didn't talk about it. I would like to talk about it.
No,
with you.
this is a podcast show where we could express ourselves freely. It's an outlet for us because I know you need an outlet because I know like everything's just terrible for you and everything sucks, and that's a joke. That was a terrible joke. He's fine, right?
I'm fine.
He's fine and very happy. This
know-
sounds like a cry. It's not a cry for help.
Can I say something?
This is not a cry for help.
Can I say something that's really based? I don't want to expose my baseness.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty based a lot. So
Do you
can
know
be
how
based.
everyone? Do you know how
You look so stupid with that mug in your tie.
I'm a real lawyer.
No, there's a broken mug in your. Okay, I'm continue.
Do you know how in one of the first podcasts I drank this really loudly because I thought it was funny?
And you're
And-
yes.
All conservative podcasters do that because they think it's funny.
They think it's funny. No, but I think the other side also does it. Like
Oh,
they'll
yeah?
sip tea and
Oh.
they'll be like, "I just heard this thing."
Oh,
Like no
so
one wants to
so
hear.
everyone.
It's this It's a modern generation thing actually. It started from millennials, but now because the millennial thing is the millennial pause, right?
Oh, that's
Where
what
they
it
turn
is.
on the camera and they look at you like I guess like a kid would look at like a disabled person in the airport or something. Well, no. I think I can keep that in.
No,
No, I can't keep that in.
Why not?
I think I
do
can
whatever
keep that
you
in.
want.
No, I'm not. Nothing for the disabled person.
You're saying the way the kid looks.
No, I'm saying that's how a kid would look at.
No,
them.
I don't know why you used that example.
Huh? I'm just saying like that's how they would like.
How about how a kid looks at any other adult walking by?
I think my example is actually perfect. And no offense, I'm not trying to be ableist. I'm like kids aren't educated. Like that's how they would look at it. I just lost my train of thought completely of what was I trying to say?
You're trying to say that millennials pause. That was your sense of humor.
The millennial pause because they don't know about cameras, and it's also the Gen X. They also pause, and they do. What happened was people, because of the millennial pause, got insecure about pausing, so they try to make now the whole Gen Z thing is it's called the millennial camera. No, the Gen Z camera shake. Where we try to make it look like we're in the middle of doing something and that we didn't click record because we're self-conscious about not wanting to do the millennial pause.
Like that?
Exactly. Like, so basically this is what, like, yeah, camera shake, or they'll cut food, or they'll be eating. No one wants to see you eat while making this stupid video. But
oh my gosh. I've seen a lot of people eat.
this one girl was eating a salad while trying to rant about something, and someone like stitched it and just started screaming like on a high-pitched volume for about 10 seconds. That was the entire video, and it encapsulated pretty much what everybody was thinking. But yeah, Gen Z Shake, what about the bar?
Sorry, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to sip from that mug like that because I don't want to be a millennial.
You don't want to be a millennial.
I don't think I technically am. I don't know.
After the podcast, I went over to him and I said, when you sip, because our mic is so sensitive to pick up both of our sounds, it sounds very loud when you sip it and when you place it on the table.
I did it. I thought it was funny.
And I was like, that's so stupid. And he's like, I thought it was the funniest. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But it sucked. But you're allowed to suck on the RaBBois podcast.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment if he sucks.
If I get more comments that I should be allowed to do because it's funny, then I get to do it next podcast.
No, I run the show. I mean, this is our show. Actually, if you do have a comment, a question, maybe leave a question below and we'll answer them on a future podcast. It could be a potential thingy.
Ooh, it's actually good.
It's a great idea. If you have a question about anything,
any legal related,
please be normal. But yeah, you can leave it down.
I'm not going to answer your legal questions.
But you're a lawyer, Yitz.
I did work in eviction court for a little bit.
It's actually when they tell me to answer their rabbi question, but like I have to explain to them that
oh my gosh,
I'm like level 5 rabbi, not level 95 rabbi, so I can't really explain.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's levels of this. The ones in the synagogue that run it they're like level 75. You gotta be minimum level 70 to like get that gig. We're like just starting. You're like level 25. I'll give you level 25.
I'm level 25 rabbi, level 5 lawyer.
Level 5 lawyer. I'm level 5 rabbi. Level 5 influencer, level 5 success. Tell me about your stupid bar.
I don't even feel like talking about it now. Basically, 2 days. It was supposed to be very intense. I took a course for like 3 months, and I finished it, and I was scoring okay. And when I took the bar, I felt really good about it because here and there. But after the bar, the guy across from me, if he's listening, I apologize. He said, which he's not, he said, he goes, man, that was hard. And I said, not really.
I hate you for that.
Yeah, I said, not really. Because honestly, like the questions were a lot easier than the practice. Because I worked really hard with practice, okay? It's nothing to do with my brain. A little bit.
You're the worst type of person. You actually said, no, it actually is pretty easy. It's a 95 percentile.
I think I said, like, really? I said, like, really? Like, it was. I didn't find it that crazy. I was kind of a little bit like, whatever.
It's the bar.
And then the guy, I know. The writing part was hard, but the multiple choice I was really prepared for. And then the guy said, what, the second part? He said, but the first day was really hard. Or whatever, the first half, and I was like, yeah, no, it was really hard.
You freaking you little boy, it's okay. Not all of us are geniuses.
And then I scored really high. So, I guess it wasn't.
I can sympathize for that man, because I am that type of person.
Because
I'm not smart, I'm intellectual. Not street smart. Don't give me that BS. Where
you just think about your dumb...
He's savvy. He's street smart.
If you're not smart but intellectual, you just think about your dumb thoughts all day.
That is kind of hilarious and makes me feel bad. But I don't. Everything's fine. Everything's amazing. I'm just a genius, and you can't understand what goes on in my brain because I'm so intellectual. Your smarts couldn't possibly make up for the intellect that is in my brain.
Do you want to hear the most Jewish thing that happened at the bar? But by the way,
for starters, it's one Jew walked into a bar.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
I'm hilarious. Continue. What was Jewish?
There was no other religious Jews, by the way. I was actually surprised, just because demographically you'd assume to be another religious Jew.
You're right. Yeah, stop calling us out for freaking being Jew lawyers.
There were Jewish people, but they weren't religious.
Oh, well, that's all of them, though. Those are the ones that make the stereotypes, no?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
But anyway, so you get a break for lunch, and because it was 2 hours from where I live, it was I had to stay there, and I had to bring my own food, and it's really annoying to cook and to bring food to eat because you can't go to any restaurants, you can't use any utensils at the hotel, so I had to bring everything. I brought
Oh, you stayed in a hotel?
Yeah.
You brought a griddle like freaking high school.
Yeah,
dorming.
no, it's funny. And then, so for lunch, like, what are you supposed to do? Because people would go and just buy, or they actually supplied, but it's not kosher. And like, they're like, if you have a dietary restriction, please text us. And I'll be like,
I keep kosher.
And they,
I can't eat any of this food.
They get you like what do you call it, like Hebrew National hot dogs or something?
Or like
again,
some like Star of David cookies or something. Like we found this at the local, and it's not even kosher. And like doesn't have a proper kosher certification. Yeah, no, for sure, it's hard to find the food.
They give me like a cucumber.
Like we found this in the kosher aisle. Like it's a freaking cucumber.
They'd probably give me like a jar of gefilte fish.
Oh my
and like
God.
matzah.
No, but like the actual glass jars, like pickle jars.
Yeah, no, of course.
Even though we never touched that,
Never
ever. I don't know how that's like a thing, by the way.
In every like Walmart kosher section.
Walmart kosher section, or whenever non-Jews try kosher food for the first time, and they give them blech in a jar, is what it's called, and it's they gefilte fish in a jar. I never met anyone who eats that crap.
We eat gefilte fish, but we cook it in the oven. It comes like frozen, and we bake it properly.
It's like eating regular fish now.
Yeah, it tastes. The jar stuff. I mean, some people like it, but like
some people ride or die, and they'll freaking be pissed at us. How dare you call out my blech in a jar? How dare you? But disgusting food, never touch it, and they always make the YouTube videos about that. That and challah. We love eating the
and they go to like a non-kosher deli and get like a deli sandwich.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! They go to freaking Brooklyn. So we wanted kosher food.
To Brooklyn deli.
So we went to our deli and they put bacon on a sandwich also. And this is Jewish
really good.
Food. It's really they just go to a guy who has an accent. They're like, "I'll make you at the deli," and then he gives him a deli, and that's it. There's your Jewish culture. Congratulations.
Like, has a pickle on it. Wow.
Point is, there was no kosher food where you were.
So I basically brought a griddle, I guess, like a panini press, and I brought raw salmon, I think, and maybe a tiny bit of meat, because like you couldn't like store it. I had to use like the hotel fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I made. It was actually good. It was good protein, and it was good for my brain. I bought like blueberries. You know, you could go shopping to Walmart and get like basic things that have like kosher symbols.
I imagine you opening the fridge and all the blueberries fall on the ground.
No,
because that always happens in our house.
That did not happen.
Okay, that's good.
It was funny.
You didn't have a fridge, probably, so.
No, I had like the hotel fridge.
Oh, the hotel fridge. But did they charge when you open it?
No, not the fridge. If you touch like the things on top.
Is it true that there's sensors there that will auto charge you?
Not in this one, but like in big ones they do.
Jews actually invented the item swap
to
keep the thing from
it's
going
like
off.
3.
Yeah. Everyone shut up. I could finally eat my free $5 peanuts.
It's not even kosher. It's like it has.
It's not kosher.
It's not even kosher.
Exactly. All useless.
You couldn't see the symbol because on the back side, so you just want to like look quickly.
Something that we'll never get to at least get in America is like restaurant food, breakfast in bed.
Yeah,
like that type of thing.
Yeah, they're advertising it. And I couldn't even get it.
I always wanted to
They said free
experience
breakfast.
that.
They said free breakfast to
Free
whoever,
breakfast, except for the Jews.
Yeah,
you know,
for whoever takes the bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but
bar and breakfast,
except for you. They're like, oh, you want some breakfast? I'm like, no.
Well, yeah.
No, but like, do you have like dried cereal that's still in the box?
Uh-huh.
And then like, you have to go to the back and like find something.
I actually, when I was in like Jewish college, if you could even call it that, I had my own little room, and I never wanted to leave and see sunlight because sunlight's bad for my skin. So what I do is I bought a griddle, I bought a mini fridge, and I'd Instacart eggs, and I'd stay in my room the entire day. I would never leave. It sounds a lot sadder looking when I look back at it.
I bought eggs, and then anyways, my point is, so you have a lunch break.
I'm still reminiscing on that memory.
Sorry.
No, it was fine. I would go down once a day for dinner, and I'd get my rations, and I'd go back upstairs and make YouTube videos. Yay. Tell me about your food.
Look at where that's got you.
Everything's doing amazing right now. We're doing amazing.
Anyway, so I had to have lunch. I had to pack my own lunch. And nobody will get this. It's just a Jewish thing that's just I find it so funny.
A Jew might watch this.
So I was...
No. This is called RaBBois. We could say Jewish thing.
Imagine me right after, like, in the middle of the bar, full, like, crazy, like...
Did you take out food during, like hustle, like, reaching bags and stuff?
No, all my food was in 2 bags. It was in a cooling bag, and another bag, and a Ziploc bag on a plate.
In the bar?
No. I left it in my car.
Okay.
So imagine I go. Everyone goes eats lunch, and I like go to my car. I pull out this huge bag, and it's like, it's lettuce and like dry tuna.
Oh god.
And I wolf it down because that's the only thing I could really have that was like shelf stable in a way. So basically, I was sitting there with a plastic spoon.
Yes.
And like a styrofoam plate and like just eating like dry lettuce. I put a little oil on it, kind of like an animal. And dry tuna, a little salt, a little pepper. Not crazy. And shoved it down. Went right back in there. Aced it. That's all.
Do you think?
Do you think?
No. Do you think the viewers, our dear viewers, we love you so much, care about your lunch, that you ate lunch before going to a bar? Do you think that they care about?
I told you that when I called my grandmother and she said, "You're at a bar."
What?
She thought I was at a bar.
Oh.
Drinking.
Oh, well, you usually are, aren't you? Well, I mean,
now that I'm a lawyer.
That was an amazing story that you said about the time that you ate lunch while going to a class. That's an amazing story that will be talked about for generations.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you know how much social media influencers, do you know what the market is? Like the amount of money? Like the market cap, so to speak.
What do you even, like how the most you can make?
What's the total revenue or total money that goes to social media?
Typical Jews talking about the... Okay, yeah, continue.
Do you know how much? Like, guess how much... Meaning all social media and all, like all social media and all that.
Oh, you're saying
as a content creator, like how much money's out there? Like, what's the market? You know, like...
Give me an example. I'm not smart. I'm an intellectual.
Let's just say Google's worth $100 billion.
Oh, so like
how much are influencer content creators in total worth?
Oh, that's not... Well, everything. Right now, it's everything. Because influencers advertise every single company. And sell every single
There's
thing.
a number. It's actually fascinating, and I'll get something else.
I can't... Yeah, cite me your... These sources are going to be so incorrect, I can't wait to correct you like crazy. Because I literally think it's infinite. Because every single company right now realizes that you have to get social media influencers to make their companies thrive, or they have to make their own social media to get their company to thrive. Not to mention views in general from making content gets you money as well.
Do you think
if that's what the question is, how much is that views thing worth? It's technically also unlimited because there's people are always watching videos.
Well, so I saw an article. I don't know.
You saw an article.
Which
Okay.
I forgot which site it was, but it was reputable. They said the current like market for social media influencers is $250 billion.
That makes sense.
That's how much like money is there.
You're saying money for people to grab, for people to get,
so to speak,
make.
Yeah. Like as a company, like as an influencer.
No, it's true. I made my first billion last year
Yeah.
from TikTok. All the things all the TikToks I made got me.
But they say in the next 5 years it's going to grow to $500 billion. You know
Oh yeah, no, it's taken a. Oh, good.
And at
Be
least
an influencer.
At least $2 billion. Is
It sucks though, because now everyone and their brother think that they could be an influencer.
Who thinks you just
they
make
think
a
they can
podcast?
sit down and make a podcast, and now they're influencers.
At least $2 billion is going to be one.
One, two. We could get a couple of that.
Why not?
Well, listen, you could always rig a system and then make all the money go to you. I'm saying, like, you could technically do that, and then we could get all the money, technically. And give lots of charity to each other's charity. Everyone's charity.
Yeah.
To everyone's charity, because that's amazing.
Taxes.
I love taxes.
Taxes.
A lot, actually. What? Why are
I'm a
you putting
lawyer.
out your tie when you went taxes?
I'm a lawyer.
What does that have to do with your tie?
Because I'm a lawyer, I wear a tie.
Okay.
You ruin everything.
I'm sorry that I'll be honest, I have no train of thought right now. I should have been more prepared for this podcast. I can't freestyle all the time.
Why do you have to prepare for anything? Just talk to me like I'm your brother, like you care about me. Let's start over. All right.
How are you doing?
But I was going to go with this.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm carrying you like crazy.
You're carrying me this podcast, I know. It's not like I'm going to edit this all and release it, but I mean, I can't always be... You know what? You are carrying this podcast. We can't keep talking about the podcast in the podcast, or else it's going to get repetitive.
$250 billion for people to grab. Going to double.
Uh-huh.
And
so what are you saying?
I'm saying... Getting a little political here.
Oh?
You saw Nikki Haley? You saw what she said?
That's way too political.
I know, right?
You can't say that. That's too political.
She said that she wants to make...
Careful how you word this. This is a thing we saw. Not quoting.
But it sounds like she's saying...
Oh?
That she wants to make all anonymous accounts public.
You're canceled. You should never have said that. The lack of self-awareness is appalling. How could you ever say something like that? You know what? We're taking away all of your rights. That's pretty much. That's how this works.
Did you
now.
hear that? That's crazy. She said
She wants to make all what?
She doesn't want to have any more anonymity online. Meaning that if you're going to make an account, a social media account, you have to state who you are, your name, and it has to be you. So therefore, you can't hide behind these fake accounts.
Is she German?
She's actually extremely pro.
It sounds a little like just very calculated.
No, it's everyone's like bashing her. Honestly, like Vivek was going crazy.
Isn't she really like Indian or something? Like apparently she lied about what her race is or something.
Her?
Yeah. What do you think her race is?
What?
Maybe. I don't think it is.
Talking about Elizabeth Warren?
No, Nikki Haley.
Really? No way.
Hot. Here, entertain them with something while I Google this. It's probably not the best thing to do this while I'm doing a podcast, but I have to do that.
Political time.
What race is Nikki Haley?
Political time.
So, well, you got my search. She up to immigrant Indian Sikh parents. Her
Really?
father, Ajit Singh Randhawa, I did not pronounce that correctly, and her mother immigrated to the United States from India, from Punjab, India.
Really?
Yeah, it says it right here.
That's hilarious.
It says on Wikipedia. If you could, yes, you could write on Wikipedia. I'm a genius. I'm freaking amazing. I know everything. I'm more political than you. But
dude, I don't think
not that means anything.
I don't think it'd be feasible to even try to be able to like have all these hidden trolls. Like, what you can do? Delete like every single social media account except for like 20, because most social media.
It's not possible to make every single social media account public because majority of them are not public, and there's no way you could influence that. Well, maybe you can if you change the terms of service on every single platform, but that's like good luck. No one's gonna use social media. If you
It happens to be, I think, the Constitution.
Oh, who do you think you are?
It protects privacy, like you're allowed to be anonymous.
Yeah, but aren't we like abolishing the Constitution and stuff now?
I'm making stuff up. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here, a lawyer, clearly a professional. He wears a suit and tie, which means he knows what he's talking about.
That's right.
But supposedly knows what he's talking about.
But it also, I think the reason is because, at least you could say on the Republican side, I think TikTok is more
careful. You might piss people off when you talk about TikTok.
I would say the thing what goes viral on TikTok, I think it's more left leaning side. No.
I mean, yeah, sure.
So therefore, they want to ban it and stuff.
Okay.
Because what's better way to get people to stop thinking about?
To stop asking questions.
Is to delete
the question app.
That's right.
Delete the question app. No, 100%. Like that is correlated with that. Also with the fact that there's much of a filter on that app, so anything that's entertaining, whether it's right or wrong, can go viral, and that could be a dangerous thing.
Exactly. Whatever gets clicks. But I don't know if you saw that. I think Nepal just banned TikTok.
Nepal banned it also. So India banned it, which is where maybe it's all connected. India banned it, Nepal banned it.
They just banned it. They said it was, what was it? It was
China has another version of it.
Hold on, I gotta go on my phone now.
China has why do that? China has like an educational version of TikTok. Where the TikTok there is called Do Young, I'm pretty sure. I think I mentioned this on another podcast, but I'll mention it again.
China?
China, they made TikTok, but their TikTok in China is a completely different type of TikTok. It's educational. It shows like the like propaganda every time you scroll, like China's great, like all that stuff when you're scrolling, and they'll get American people that are flown down there as puppets to create content.
Really?
Do you remember Bart Baker? Oh, this is a great topic. Do you remember Bart Baker?
Wait, before we get to this.
Okay, it's such a good topic. Okay,
Nepal said it was I literally just basically was destroying social harmony.
That is
disrupting
true.
social harmony.
That is true. Regardless of politics, that is true. But Nepal has a stupid shaped flag, so I don't care what they say.
Bart Baker.
Do you know who he is?
You have to say character.
He's a YouTuber.
I don't know.
He's a YouTuber that would make all the song parodies.
I probably have.
If you've seen a song parody,
yeah.
He made it. He made all of them.
Okay.
And he eventually stopped making them because YouTube demonetization kept on getting him. And he was reached out to by Do Young, the Chinese version of TikTok, which they made TikTok, so the original TikTok, to reach out to him to make content for their app, to be a singer, because he would sing in those music videos. So he's paid 100%. I can't speak. He's paid fully by them. He lives in China. He has a manager who hates him and calls him ugly, but he needs them for the propaganda, and he sings about how China's amazing. And no, I'm serious. You can find the video of it,
It's
man.
funny.
I'll show you a video later. It's hilarious. He just sings about how China's amazing. He has like 10 million followers. All of them just shoved on their For You page. You know, it's actually interesting how TikTok took over so quickly, because they made an algorithm, right? ByteDance, which is the father company for TikTok.
Parent company.
Shit! I was gonna say that.
Why not mother
No,
company?
you made me sad. Huh? When I what?
Why not mother company?
Okay. They made their parent company ByteDance. Listen, which actually
I can't take it seriously.
which is like endorsed by their government, I'm pretty sure. And when I was on TikTok, I got paid by them without even like, it wouldn't say you got checked by TikTok. It'd say ByteDance paid you money. I'm like, oh, who's these guys? Money, like.
It's the actual president of China.
No, the government's like involved with that company, and they made an algorithm that makes things that keeps people watching more and keeps things more addictive. ByteDance made an algorithm. They put it on a website. They tested it out on there. I may have said this on a podcast to you. I don't remember. They made an algorithm, put it on a website. That website got to 10 million users in 3 months. A website that was a news website.
The same algorithm?
The same algorithm that they used for TikTok before they put it on TikTok was tested on this website. It got to 10 million users in 3 months, and ByteDance would eventually go and buy Musical.ly, which would turn into and then turn it into TikTok, which they already had in China, and apply that algorithm into that app.
I'm very curious.
And it blew up insanely quickly.
It's almost brilliant. Like, I'm curious what the algorithm is. Why it's so brilliant.
I don't freaking know, but a bunch of numbers and letters, and that makes it amazing.
Yeah, I'm totally not at all into that world, so it's very fascinating.
No, we have that book about coding for
Yeah.
your kids.
That's right.
I read it. And
You did?
Yeah, it taught me a lot about coding.
Really? Are you serious?
Because I had to read it to them. It said...
the book. Oh, the little kid book.
There's a little kid book
I thought you meant the textbook.
about coding that you have.
We also have a textbook about coding.
Why do you have a
That's
textbook?
written for kids.
Oh, like another version for when they're a little older?
I think for like school.
I should get them
I
a
haven't
book
had
on... I should get them a book on social media and how to become a viral influencer.
Yeah, you should write books.
If you could get them code...
How to get 110 subscribers and flatten out.
Okay,
Okay,
listen.
sorry. Nah, that's offensive.
Listen, buddy.
It's not true. You remember 89,000, you paused 2, and then you bumped it after that.
My YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Well,
It's never too late.
what do you mean?
Even if you're all mad that
Yes.
you're not doing as well.
Yes.
But even...
I'll do well soon, but yes.
Exactly. That's it.
Oh, that's the point?
Keep grinding.
Never give up. Never back down, never give up. I don't know if you know that meme. Do you know that meme?
Is it a song?
You know Nick A30? Why are we talking about this? It's such an old trend. But remember Nick A30?
Yeah.
So he said that once, and it went viral, and then everyone used it as a motivation thing.
Didn't he say something? Didn't he get canceled?
No? Maybe? He doesn't get canceled. He's like so nice.
Osama bin Laden.
Do we have to talk about Osama bin Laden? Do you want to talk about Osama bin Laden? Okay, fine. That's all we got. There was a thing, TikTok. Oh, perfect. So you could transition from that. TikTok is an app, and it has stuff go viral. And one of the things right now is that Osama bin Laden was actually a good guy because a letter that he wrote to America was
20
before
years ago.
A bunch of years ago.
Right after 9/11.
Said, hey, I'm a person, and I'm sad, and the Jews did this stuff.
And that's
and
why I
also,
killed you
America
guys.
did this bad stuff.
So that's why I killed
So
you.
basically, that's why I killed you. And then all the Americans now are like, oh, okay.
No,
looks
some
like
people
you're right.
Some people are like Osama bin Laden, like, what's the line? He had some good points. So
He had some good points. Hitler had some good points.
Yeah, I was gonna
you know?
say someone on Twitter.
No, I can't say that. People will agree with that.
No,
if I
somebody
say
on
that.
Twitter said it was funny. He's like, for those who saying that Osama bin Laden had a few good points, I know an artist from Germany who might have had.
He might have had a few good points, and guess what? Does not mean that you're a good guy.
No, and then like you say that to somebody, and they're like, "You're right," and you're like, "No,
That's what I'm saying. You can't
missed
even
the
say
point."
that. You cannot say that. Can't say any of that. I don't even complain about that stuff anymore because then people just start agreeing with the people.
What if people bring up things from 20 years ago and like, oh look, like let's bring it relevant now?
Because of all the stuff happening, people are
I'm
just
not saying
people
I
are
know about
just
that,
no
but-
people are just questioning everything.
No, but in general, we always do that. It's like, yeah, it's been around for 20 years, and no one's really. Everyone's like, yeah, Osama bin Laden's been a pretty bad dude. So like, Okay, he wrote a letter, but nobody cares.
They needed time because it's a new generation that didn't experience 9/11 like me. So so they're like, oh, here's a letter, and I wasn't around by 9/11, so I can't understand what the tragedy really was.
I barely remember it.
I was not alive. 2001, I was not alive. I was not alive by 9/11.
That's crazy.
I look like I was.
That's crazy.
People might think I was. People are telling me like, it actually sucks. Since I was 16 and older looking, I've been constantly told, like, you're a full-grown man. You have to be careful. I'm like, no, I'm not. I wasn't allowed to be a kid on the internet.
Sorry.
And make freaking jokes about whatever. And then be allowed to be, like, some young guy on the internet because I looked older than I was. And so, therefore, I had this responsibility to, like, act more my age, even though I wasn't. I'm not allowed to be a kid. And that's why I have Peter Pan syndrome.
You're going to be like, yeah, exactly. You're going to be like 30.
Syndrome. When you're 30, I'm going to be like grittying. Oh, I'm a kid. No one stop me. If I don't go crazy by then, which I won't, because I'm amazing and insane.
I remember, the only part I remember about 9/11 was, picked up from school.
Oh, you do remember something.
Yeah, I picked up from school, and I remember seeing, like, it's more like my parents' reaction, because I remember seeing, like, a building, whatever, and, like, smoke, right? I was like a kid. And, like, but my parents were like, oh my gosh. Like, you know,
Did they pick you up from school?
Yes, I literally just said that.
Oh. Okay, continue. Continue.
The fear of 9/11, I mean, people are like, America's under attack. Osama bin Laden, not good guy.
Not
bad
good.
guy.
Bad guy, yeah.
Doesn't like America.
Does not.
But I guess a lot of people don't.
No, they said he was justified. Americans are saying he's justified for not liking us, so therefore he could kill us.
Crazy.
Not the right side, man. Not the right side.
Anyways, but then I remember everyone being very serious, and I was like, and I remember like just knowing that like this is a big event, but you know
this is pretty bad.
But you're just a kid, so you're just like,
a
whatever.
kid. I wasn't born yet. I was in where I don't know where I was.
In the thoughts.
Where are you before you're born? Are you just in heaven? What does Judaism say about that? Do you even know?
Yeah, your soul is in heaven.
You're just in heaven. Oh, right, because souls it's the same. They get recycled, right?
Yeah.
The souls get recycled. The souls we believe the souls that we have been used many times, and then like when Messiah comes and reincarnation, because we believe that happens, comes that the soul gets split between all the people that had that soul.
So you're like, oh hey,
it's you.
They say there are.
That weird thing I had was from you. You know. Yeah.
That's why I'm so stressed out.
That's why I'm so freaking. It was your aspect of the soul.
But they know they say what our generation is.
What
we believe that our generation Jewish souls are the souls of the Jews who are in the desert, because we're like around the world now, and we're hoping Messiah comes soon.
Scattered around, yes.
So they say that's what our souls are. I'm like, I hope I was one of the good guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But interesting, just going a little bit back on the whole TikTok, what's information, what's misinformation, because on one hand, I can understand that, yeah, there's a lot of misinformation on TikTok. On the other hand, I can understand that there is a lot of stuff that isn't televised, that does need to be seen, that you could only see through TikTok and isn't talking about like in the media. So like I'll see old people be like, damn, kids get off TikTok's lying to you, and I'm like, okay, well they're wrong to an extent. And I'll see young kids who only get their information from there, and I'm like, they're also wrong to an extent. So I sort of have to watch it with like both those things in mind in order to get like a healthy analysis from what I'm watching.
I think that you are a donkey.
Oh,
in the desert.
They should have stopped there. I think you're a donkey. That is, where the hell did it even come from? That's like the best thing I could just out of context. That back and forth would sound like the most hilarious thing ever in the entire world.
I think you're a donkey.
Okay.
From the desert.
From the desert.
When the Jews were going.
The one that spoke? That guy?
No, that was a good donkey on a bad person.
On the bad person. Well, other way, a bad person on the good donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, that was you?
Surprise! Yeah, I was just there the whole time.
You know when the Jews were traveling?
There are cameras everywhere, you know.
When the Jews were traveling to Israel. Oh,
you can't say that word. Now you're canceled.
Osama bin Laden was not a good guy.
Osama bin Laden. No, you can't say that either. Now you're canceled. Yeah. Any Jewish, so you're canceled.
Everyone's like, after 9/11, that's the problem with this younger generation.
That's probably the damn kids. You can't say that because they're gonna instantly associate you with a group of people. So you have to be careful how you say that. That's what I'm saying. Because some people refuse to look at TikTok and they refuse to like they just fully throw it off, which I don't think is a fair
These
thing.
younger kids don't know what 9/11 was like.
That's true, though. That is true.
And even I don't really remember it, but I do remember that.
Because I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I know, obviously, I was taught about it, but now imagine the next generation after me.
It's crazy.
How much could they possibly know, you know?
And just the fear that there are people who live on the other side of the world who just want to kill you, it was not a good feeling. And the fact that, like, America got together and there was a sense of unity, like,
It's almost like they wanted to do something that could unify America. Because there's so much stuff happening that maybe they had to find a way to get everyone to be together. And then
I can't see
what?
that.
No, maybe no. It's just something I saw somewhere. I'm not saying that that's something that they would do, but potentially that something had to happen in order to get everyone to unite and throw aside their differences.
I just think you see a lot of. I just think as time moves on, people start forgetting how big or how scary or how dangerous certain actions were in the past, and therefore.
And it led to certain things by doing those things, saying those things.
And then they start justifying it because it's kind of you're like, well, it's been so long, no one's mad about it anymore, so maybe you had a few good points, and it's like, no.
Yeah, basically, like
don't
do that because that's not safe and that could lead to stuff. And basically, we're right and you're wrong.
Do you ever see the videos about the MLB and the NFL? I think it's mainly football did start probably, but the MLB right after 9/11 and all that.
They played national anthem or whatever. What?
It was like.
Oh, you're saying it was very energetic. Yeah, I remember that.
It's not that. No, it was very like
I think it was football, so it was both.
It brings you to what's the word? Shoot.
Unification.
No, like it affects you. Like when you watch, you're like it like shakes you kind of.
You get chills from watching
because
the united people in the United States.
And when you watch and there was also during the MLB game where they killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh, during the game was when he died, yeah.
And like it just everyone was like in the moment was like just started singing the national anthem or something like that, or started chanting.
Damn,
USA.
so it really did unite everybody.
Yes.
No,
but the point is that because everyone's baseball games are a bunch of boomers, and they remember it, and it's right.
Freedom, America.
It's right.
And yeah, no, for sure.
Unless you have that feeling, where it's like,
if you didn't grow up with that feeling, then it's hard to understand that, which is why a lot of kids nowadays feel distant and don't understand what they're saying when they mention those things about 9/11.
And like you're saying, some people are smart and intellectuals, so they're not smart, but they're intellectuals. So they keep thinking about their dumb thoughts. I'm
just saying, we happen to be unified. It is very great that we're unified. That's all I'm saying.
I think TikTok pushes a lot of the crazy stuff you tell me.
It does, because it is all from TikTok, but it was said before.
Because people...
It was all said before, but TikTok gave it a platform.
No, it's brilliant, because you could take like a bunch of jump cuts from a bunch of different crazy things, put it together, and like maybe take some photos that are not necessarily
There's a 12-hour documentary about that, about like the whole Jewish conspiracy thing.
On TikTok?
No, like because I looked into it. I'm like, okay, let's see. You know what? Maybe they're right about the Jews. Like I was like, let's watch this thing.
Maybe they have something.
An hour into it, just the infactual. I don't know if that's a word.
No, I did watch another thing.
But no, I need to finish this though.
The same thing.
It was a bunch of things. I was like, that's not true. The entire time I was watching, I was like, that's not true. That's not true. That's out of context. That's just completely not true. And it made me realize that if you're not educated, and if you make a 12-hour documentary, you could influence anyone about anything.
Correct.
That's what I realized for me.
When I was watching something...
Like, you have to watch a 12-hour documentary. No, shit, after a 12-hour documentary, you believe that the Earth is flat.
Great, now we can get another...
No, I'm not talking about it. I already talked about it.
Do not put in the title, we can get another...
I'm not putting in the title when I talked about the Earth being flat, and there's an article saying, this is a fake conspiracy theorist, least obvious Fed commenting on my video. What were you saying?
I'm saying I saw a video similar where they're going through why the Jews are really evil, and I was like... the whole time I'm like, okay, that's just ridiculous. Like, that's not even true. That was completely out of context. Like, little snippets. And then they like, what this person meant was, it's like, well, what are you saying what this person meant? Like, you have no idea. Because they have no idea anything about Judaism. My favorite, that's a huge one. My favorite, and like that, my favorite one specifically is that we were kicked out of a bunch of countries. And they say, and somehow... it was never their fault. It was never their... Which you could completely reverse the script and be like... And sometime, and how would you flip the script on that? I'm like brain frying. They say it was. You could say it definitely was not our fault. Sometimes that's what it was. Like, so you're saying, yeah, exactly. Like
Okay, let's say sometimes it was our fault. That means the other 100 times, it was our fault. Like, that's a lot of times. And, the argument's whatever, but the main issue with it is whenever you ask them what the fault was, they can't give you 109 reasons, let alone any reason. Maybe they have like one or two reasons that they made up in the past 100 years.
Because you guys
because the money's and they're running the thing, and I don't like it, and it makes me sad.
Where's all the money?
Yeah, where's my money? That's the whole thing. That's what it all comes back to.
$500 billion. Coming our way.
Coming our way. And Hasidic guy from Borough Park's gonna get hate crimes because they're talking about that stuff. That's my main issue.
Because a bunch of non-religious Jews.
That's what I'm saying. Because some non-religious Jews happen to be very successful. Therefore, conspiracy. Therefore, religious guy that has never been on the internet gets hate crimes.
I smell popcorn.
I do smell popcorn. Guys, thank you so much for watching RaBBois. There's a Bengals-Ravens game that we're going to watch in a second, and this could be amazing, and we have to win or I'll be depressed because that'll be 2 losses in a week. And my emotions are based on if the Bengals win or lose a football game.
Our mental health.
Exactly.
It's completely dependent
It's completely dependent. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to download on Spotify, watch all the other episodes. Also, leave a like and leave a comment if there's something you want to know. Literally smash like, subscribe, goodbye.